One of the biggest ways that I have centered myself and decentered my husband is by not taking on labor that isn't mine. And I'm going to focus on mental and physical labor. Emotional labor is a completely separate topic, which I will cover in another video or probably multiple other videos. So this is the pattern and the roles that emerged in my marriage as well as previous relationships. My husband would say something like, I think we should host Thanksgiving this year, or I need some new shirts. And I would spring into action and I would make his ideas my responsibilities. What I realized after doing this for years was that I was unconsciously accepting the role of the planner, the executor, the translator, and the anticipator. But now that I am doing the work of decentering him and centering myself, when I hear him express a wish or a preference or an idea, I pause before I react and I ask myself, is this mine? And if the answer is no, then I say, that sounds great. Let me know if I can help. And I leave it at that. So now if he were to say, I think we should host Thanksgiving this year, I would say, oh, that sounds great. Let me know what I can do to help. A big hurdle in doing this is surrendering control of the outcome. Because when you do this, you have to be okay with it getting done in a way that you wouldn't do it. And you have to be okay with things being done imperfectly. A recent real life example of this was my husband had said for quite a while, he said, I think we should plant tulips in the front yard. And in the past, I would have made that my job. He would have said, I think we should plant tulips. And then I would have learned all about planting tulips. I would have gone and got the tulips. I would have set up the day that we were going to plant the tulips. I would have made that happen for him. But now he has said multiple times, I think we should plant tulips. And I just let him do it. I waited until he made that happen for himself. I didn't step in and make his wishes or his idea my responsibility. And he planted the tulips and they looked amazing and it didn't become my labor. The point of decentering is to return to yourself. Because when a woman lives with her male partner centered in her life, she slowly erodes. Her identity and her worth slowly disappear as she orients her life toward him. And that's what I realized when I took a look at all the labor that I was taking on that I didn't need to take on, that wasn't my labor, that weren't my ideas, was that I was spending so much time making his wishes and dreams and goals and ideas into a reality that I was completely forsaking mine. In fact, I didn't even know what I wanted anymore because there wasn't much time left over for what I wanted. So my advice to you would be to notice when he has an idea or has a suggestion or says, I think we should do something fun this weekend. Do you spring into action or do you let him finish that himself?